Thanks for joining in on another video. So you've decided you want to blow out your irrigation system yourself. So you go around, you're turning off your valves. Make sure to turn off any other valves upstream. Now's a good time to open your drain valve. The drain valve is there to help get water away from the house, from the pipes that go outside. Well, I didn't get much water to come out of this drain valve because of the old siphoning theory where you need air to come in the top to allow the water to come out the bottom. Maybe grab a bucket too to catch the water. Might as well turn your controller to off, seeing as you won't use it. Some people do choose to winterize through the timer, running a test, but with the air pressure behind it. But for this, we're just going to open the valves manually. So you went out and you got yourself a regular air hose. You put on the air hose fitting on one end. Then you go ahead and adapt some fittings together to get yourself a male hose end. Then you walk down the washer and dryer aisle, and you go pick yourself up one of these double female-ended hose, the same ones that are used to tie in your hot and cold onto the back of the washers. And then you go ahead and hook it up to your contraption that you made with the air hose, and then you hook up the other end to the irrigation system, the standpipe that you have outside. Water pressure in most homes are roughly about 50 to 60 psi, so I'd recommend going to about 90 psi with the air. Most systems can handle over 100 psi, but this way we're a little higher than the water pressure, but not too high where we're pushing the limits. But this video isn't about pressure, it's actually about volume, or is it? You come at me saying, hey Dan, I got it covered, don't worry about it, I got myself a compressor. But your 1 gallon compressor isn't really going to handle what you need to do. So if you are going to be winterizing your own irrigation system, I'd at least recommend getting a larger compressor, one that has a lot more volume of air. I've actually recycled a couple of old bladder tanks, took out the diaphragms and just turned them into air tanks, and they actually work fantastic for getting some more air volume for when we're blowing out systems. So now I've hooked up one of my auxiliary air tanks to the system. This will just give me more time and more air to be blown through the system. Go ahead and slowly pressure up the system. And since we are doing this at home by yourself, I'd still recommend doing just one zone at a time. Water cannot be compressed, but air can be compressed. So at first it's going to work great. When you apply the air pressure, it's going to push the water out great. But once all the water is out, you're going to find that you're not going to have that oomph or that chooch behind it to keep it going. So the first attempt's going to be good, and then you'll probably have to do that same zone 2 or 3 more times to get it fully blown out. When you do recharge your tanks, make sure to shut your valves to allow the tanks to recharge and not just blowing them out the sprinkler heads. And then keep repeating that process until you get all your zones flushed out. And that's pretty much there is to it. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.